Thank you for joining us today for the Student Support and Programming presentation about support services at Northeastern University for international students at all of the U.S. global campuses at Northeastern. We are excited to share with you some helpful resources that you may find relevant to your time at Northeastern. We'll first start off with introductions. My name is Audrey Strong. I'm one of the two program managers in the Student Support and Programming team in the Office of Global Services. I use the she, her pronouns.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ye Zhang. I am also a program manager with the Office of Global Services. So we're very excited to kick off today's webinar. So the purpose of today's webinar is to familiarize our incoming students with all the campus resources and services available to you so you can feel more confident when you arrive on your campuses to navigate your academic journey. So here's our agenda. As you can see, we have a lot to cover today. We'll start by introducing our office, and then university health and counseling services, student financial services, how to open a U.S. bank account, Husky card, that's your Northeastern ID. We'll also cover a little bit about how you can be engaged in the campus events and student clubs, how you may join them, library resources, police and safety, global learner support, GLS, and experiential education and career development, where you will get career advice and career design advice. And also we'll be talking a little bit about the off-campus housing and student services, Center for Spirituality Dialogue and Service, CSDS as we call them, and last but not least, disability access services. And next. So here we'd like to note that while this PowerPoint will not be shared with all the attendees, we will upload this webinar onto our official website and YouTube channel, so you'll be able to revisit if you feel like you missed anything. But also throughout this presentation, feel free to do screenshots at any point as needed. Yeah, for campus-specific information, we do encourage you to direct your questions to their specific offices. We will be introducing a lot of offices in this presentation, so if you feel interested in getting to know more about them, please reach out to them directly. And again, this presentation, as we mentioned, is for you to get a general idea of all the campus resources and services. Anything related to your compliance issues or very case-specific issues regarding your immigration status will not be answered. Please feel free to submit an inquiry form, the QR code of which will be shared later in this presentation. And at this point, we do not have expedited services available, so please allow us up to 15 business days to get your questions answered. And next, yep, Office of Global Services. So our office works closely with all the international students throughout your time at Northeastern. In fact, we're the office that issued your Form I-20. Our primary responsibility is helping you maintain your F1 immigration status and ensuring that you remain in compliance with the U.S. immigration regulations. We also process employment authorizations, as you see, such as CPT, curricular practical training, and OPT, optional practical training, so you can gain valuable work experience during and after your studies here. So beyond the immigration advising, we also support your overall success by offering resources to help with cultural adjustment, including webinars, as you see today, workshops, and other programs. We also organize cultural activities and community building events to help you connect with other peers from the wider Northeastern community so that you can make the most out of your experience. And of course, we do want to give you the tip or reminder that even though you might get a lot of general information online through Google or even from AI nowadays, we do highly suggest that if you have any questions about your immigration status or benefits, please reach out to our office, OGS, or to your DSO, designated school official, for your case-specific immigration guidance. That's the most reliable. And next. So here's how to get connected. You may visit our website and select your home campus for information regarding your campus address and walk-in advising hours. And also, as we mentioned earlier, the inquiry form, please feel free to take a screenshot so you have it. You can submit your specific questions through this form. So our advisors, international students and scholar advisors, will get back to you. And there are some other ways, apart from the inquiry form we just mentioned. You're welcome to visit the OGS service portal, where you'll get an overview of all the resources and services we provide as an office. You could also call with this number here to schedule an appointment with our advisors. And again, we also have another link with all the e-forms you might ever need. For example, e-forms of your the issuance of an immigration document, right? So you can have a complete list of all these forms available through my OGS portal. So if Audrey, you could share that link so our students could also take a look later. So these are all good resources for you to, the links we're sharing, please feel free to bookmark them so you have easy access at a later time when you need them. And one of the signature programs that we provide here is called Global Student Mentor Program. Currently, we're providing this program only on the Boston and Silicon Valley campuses. We would like to encourage you to become a mentee. You will be paired with a returning student, a more experienced student, as we call them, a global student mentor. So they will be there to support you during your first semester here at Northeastern. They will connect you with all the campus resources. They'll also schedule small group sessions or one-on-one sessions as needed so that you can have your specific questions answered by a peer and get connected with other students here on your campus. So there is also an asynchronous course that you can take within which you'll get graduate level study and professional skills tips, and also some questions about American culture or how you can deal with homesickness. There are tips and tricks within the program. You could feel more comfortable navigating your life here, and there will be a lot of mentee only community building events like Global Student Mentor meetups that will be organizing for you to enjoy. So if you're on either the Boston or Silicon Valley campus, we'll be reaching out to you in mid-August or late August with specific information for you to register for the program, and we will match you with a mentor closer to the beginning of the fall semester. And next here we have University Health and Counseling Services, UHCS. We have a lot of information listed here for any appointments. Here's the phone number. And there are campus specific resources available. So if you have any medical, urgent care, primary care, and mental health resources that you would like to have access to, please log in, check their website and find your specific campus location to access the resources. And we also have Find at Northeastern, which is a service that provides free 24/7 mental health support and counseling. So there are 2 phone numbers given here, depending on where you're calling from, the US or outside the US. Of course, we do remind everybody, if you are experiencing an emergency, please contact 911 or your local emergency department. There is another recently launched initiative called Together All, where you can get peer-to-peer support, text support, so for non-emergency issues. And here's also the phone number. And another recommendation we have is for you to download the app called Headspace, where you can get a lot of mindfulness, meditation, health habit tips. A lot of our students really enjoy this app. So it's called Headspace. So with your Northeastern email account, .edu, northeastern.edu, you can register for free. You can have access to everything in this app for free.
And one other thing that we wanted to mention is that incoming students are required to submit health immunization documents. And if you don't submit them on Sentry MD, you would get a hold on your student account by not submitting them. So I have linked the information to the website and the email if you have questions in the chat. So take a look at that and make sure you understand the immunization documentation requirements. We also do have a presentation on Friday with the University Health and Counseling Services and the Student Health Plans Office. So you are more than welcome to join that session as well, as they'll go over more information regarding this in that presentation.
Thank you, Audrey. Next, the Student Financial Services, SFS. This office actually shares the same location as OGS on the Boston campus. So anything related to your tuition billing and payments could be answered by this office. So you can access your Northeastern Student Hub, where you could initiate a payment online. And for international payments, Northeastern has partnered with Flywire, which provides a lot of flexibility in paying your tuition from abroad in foreign currencies. So again, this information could be accessed through your Student Hub if you find Student Financial Services. And please make sure, as we've already mentioned several times, that each student has access to their own Student Hub. Please make sure you check it regularly. So there is this SFRA, Student Financial Responsibility Agreement, that you need to be checking as a student. That's your responsibility to sign it, which this SFRA outlines the financial obligations and responsibilities for your attendance at the university. So you must complete it via your Student Hub before you could sign up for your classes for the upcoming semester. So make sure you check your Student Hub and sign your SFRA. Very similar to how OGS responds to student inquiries, SFS also has their inquiry form, which is very handy. So here, Audrey just shared the link in the chat. Make sure you save it. So if you have anything related to your money, please reach out to SFS. Somehow related, next to how do you open a US bank account? This probably should be one of the first things you do after arriving in the US. So most banks would be requiring your local address. So you need to provide proof of residence. So that could be your lease. And please bring your passport, I-94 document, and your I-20 with you when you open a bank account. So sometimes people might ask us, students might ask us, like, oh, do you have any recommendations of which bank to work with? So we don't really give recommendations. So eventually it comes down to, the location of the bank, how many ATMs are available around where you live, right? Monthly fees, if any. So you need to make your own decision, but we highly suggest that you go and speak with a personnel at the bank yourself to make the best decision possible. Next, we have a Husky card. So Husky card is your Northeastern ID. So it's the official identification card at NU, Northeastern University, which is issued to students, faculty, staff, alumni, and along with identification, the Husky card can also be used for printing, vending, library, book checkout, discounts, and more. So it's one thing that students take advantage of is the student discount that comes with Husky cards, right? So it doesn't really hurt for you to ask, is student discount available? I have this student ID with me, so in your city. So you could always ask that. And again, you can check out the link that Audrey just shared. So a lot of discounts available that are already listed on the website. You can, for example, for Boston-based students, you can visit the Museum of Fine Arts for free with your Husky card, and some other museums as well. And of course, you could also add money to your card, so you can use it at the school cafeteria. Apart from that, every semester, active Northeastern students and full-time staff and faculty will get $120 worth of free printing allowance on the card, which is the equivalent of 1,200 pages per academic year. So we really find it's helpful sometimes for you to print out the reading materials, so you can highlight what's important to you instead of looking at everything just in their digital format. So that is also one thing that we'd like to mention here. And
One other,
yes.
oh, sorry, can I just add one thing? One other thing that we wanted to add is the semester T passes. So in Boston, the MBTA is the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority. So with the Husky card, you can actually get a discount to pass. And so you want to sign up for that by August 7th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can buy those online. It's a great discount. You save 11%, and I will post that in the chat feature. So definitely don't wait on that. This is only for students in Boston. If you're at one of the other US Global Campus Network locations, you can check for different subway and bus pass information with your local city, but specifically with Boston, we wanted to highlight this as the deadline is coming up on this Friday. So please make sure to do that so you don't miss out. And the link to do that is in the chat.
Thank you. And yeah, and sometimes for some online services, your Northeastern email address would suffice, for you to get a student discount. Just always check. And events, of course, that's the most exciting part. When you really arrive on campus, you have a lot of events awaiting. And of course, OGS hosts events, currently only on the Boston and Silicon Valley campuses, but we do connect you with all the other campus events. So make sure that you check your Northeastern calendar. And also one other thing is Engage. So Northeastern Engage, it lists a lot of events going on campus. either organized by the school, by the offices, or the student clubs, which we will also cover later very soon. So either, university-wide, like institution-led events and the student-led events will be posted on, and you engage. And also, yeah, feel free to check your calendar to know, in your specific college, what is going on. And here we also have global learner support. They host a lot of virtual events, educational and cultural ones. Yeah. So we really encourage you to check them out and get involved.
All right. So next we're going to speak a little bit about student clubs. So joining a student club is a great way to get involved on campus. So with that, the Center for Student Involvement is the office that manages all of the student clubs on campus. So there are lots of different clubs to choose from, over 600 total across the institution. Boston has 70 plus graduate student clubs. So these clubs can be anything from social groups, academic support, as well as sports, as well as intramurals. So there's a lot to choose from. And if there's something that you're interested in and we don't have a club about it, you can always start your own. And then at each of the U.S. Global Campus locations, there are student interest groups, which is short for or long for SIG. And that's a group of students who have an interest in a specific topic and they come together to discuss it. So I will share the links to the different SIGs in the chat if you're interested in learning more. And then each of the Global Campus locations has different ways to get involved, as Yam mentioned. So definitely touch base with the administrators over on the global campuses to see what different opportunities there are for events as well. And each location has a website that you can check out to get familiar with the different events. And there's global learner support teams on each of the campuses as well. And then within getting involved, there are government associations for undergraduate and graduate students. So the SGA is the Student Government Association, which is for undergraduate students, and they are the student voice of over 15,000 undergraduate students. So these clubs are run by students for students. So it's a great way to gain leadership opportunities as well as to give back to the community and be part of something that you may be very interested in, if it's social media or leading a team. It's a great way to get involved, and you can also become a senator and represent all of your peers. So that's one thing that's available for undergraduate students. And then at the graduate student level, there is the Graduate Student Government, which is also GSG, and they are the voice of graduate students, and they represent all students and collaborate with different administrators, faculty, staff, and advocate for students and their needs. So they take on different initiatives, and really both organizations do a great job at enhancing the lives of students. And if you have questions, you can reach out to either of the organizations. Next up is the library. So the library is a resource. It's a hub for campus intellectual life. So the library has over 500 print volumes and then over 100,000 streaming audio and visual titles. There are 3 different locations of the library. So the Snell Library is located on the Boston campus. The F.W. Olin Library is located on the Oakland campus in California. And then the Thomas J. Shannon Library is in the New York City campus. And so it's a great way to get involved with your studies and to find quiet places. There's also a 24/7 chat. So if you have questions about different resources that you need to help complete an assignment, you can go ahead and ask anytime to a librarian. And then it's a great resource. There's also a circulation desk. So if you have questions, you can go in person and on the 3 locations or use the chat feature. And then if you're at one of the global campus and network locations, we do have a global campus portal that you can access on the for library resources. And this is a great way to get in touch with any scholar articles that you're looking for, or really anything that you may need for your class. It's a great opportunity to get them for free. And if there's something that you're looking for that we don't have, you can always request it, and we'll do our best to get that access available for you. But yeah, so these are the different resources. I popped the link to the library for all of the global campuses in the chat as well. So definitely take a look at that and get familiar with all of the different resources available. The Northeastern University Police Department is a key resource on campus that is dedicated to making sure students are safe and security is available. They provide resources for all students 24/7, and it is really important to get familiar with the police department because they can really provide you with different support when you need it, if you need it. And so the police department is located on the Northeastern campus, so you want to save the emergency number if there's any emergency that you may have, and they can always connect you with the support services that you need, if it's life threatening or not, if it's mental health related or not. It's a great resource. So they can help loop in the local emergency management systems such as 911. So if you're on campus, you want to call the NUPD first because they are going to know exactly where you may be, because the university is large and you would have to tell uh, the local police department what building you're in and what the address is. And sometimes it's easier in a situation to just call NUPD and then they can connect with the local police department if they need additional support. Another recommendation is to sign up for NU Alert, which is available to all locations across the US. And it's a service that allows administrators to reach out to students if there is an emergency event on campus, even if it's a weather situation, if it's snow, if it's a fire, if it's anything like that, depending on your location. So they'll send you a text message or email. So it's a great support service that's available through the Northeastern University Police Department. Another feature that the police department has available to students is Safe Zone mobile app. So it's a technology that allows you to essentially call them on your phone, and it is available. There's dedicated areas on campus. So if you need immediate assistance and access to NUPD, you can utilize the mobile safety app. And then I will post this in the chat. So there's lots of different resources available to students for safety in the US. One other thing that is unfortunately more relevant these days is scams. So scams target everyone. It's when somebody is impersonating you to try and get money out of you, whether it's through immigration scams, saying that they're the government in the US, which the government will never call you. There could be job scams. So if you're applying for jobs, there might be fake postings or emails saying that you have an opportunity with a company and it might be a scam. So just be really mindful of the different scams that are out there. And we really recommend that you are careful with anything related to money, especially as well as your immigration documentation. So the government will never call you from the United States. So if someone says they're calling from USCIS, which is one of the government uh, folks in the US, and they will never call you if there's anything that's suspicious. Always double check before you submit anything. And the Northeastern University Police Department has a lot more information on scams and education. So I also want to highlight housing scams as you're looking for housing in the US at all of the different locations. Please be mindful of housing scams. So if a house looks too big, good to be true, if it's really inexpensive, if it looks over the top magnificent. If anything seems off, it might be truly off. And so, really be careful when making decisions on housing. Definitely always look at the house before you decide to lease it. There is a off-campus housing pre-arrival webinar that we're holding this week as well. We'll go over all the upcoming webinars. So if you want to join that to learn about the different housing scams, you're welcome to join. And I popped the link to different scam preventions in the chat as well. So definitely familiarize yourself with that. Next up is Global Learner Support. We do have a presentation with Global Learner Support tomorrow, so feel free to join that. We'll share the link to the presentation signups later. But Global Learner Support is available at all of the different U.S. Global Campus locations, and they provide different workshops, cultural activities, as well as tutoring opportunities for students and learners. So it's a great way to get different support services at any of the global campuses that you're at. And yeah, definitely utilize their resources. They also have a Canvas course that you can sign up for and get a different additional English language support as well. But they'll go over more of that tomorrow. So if you're interested in learning more, I highly recommend signing up. And I just posted that twice, so I will post the correct link in the chat. So here you go. I posted that. But yeah, definitely get in contact with the Global Learner Support team. Next up is experiential education and career development. So I'm sure you're all thinking about your studies as well as, getting that career support, whether it's an on-campus job or a co-op, a cooperative education opportunity through your time here at Northeastern. So you want to get familiar with the Experiential Education and Career Development Office, because they definitely will provide you with one-on-one career coaching support in person as well as virtual. They'll help you with your cover letters, your resumes, job search, LinkedIn profiles, all of those different categories of work that you will have to do when you're applying for a job or an internship or a co-op. They'll also help you with salary negotiations. And if you want to do mock interviews, there's a lot of different really great resources available for you. They provide workshops, etc. And I would recommend getting familiar with this resources as well. And they're located at 101 Stern Center, room 420 on the Boston campus. And then they have different opportunities at the global network locations as well, and virtual opportunities as well. So wherever you're located in the US, they will be able to support you as well. Next up is off-campus housing. So off-campus housing is a great resource for finding apartments and roommates in Boston or at the US Global Campus Network locations. And with that, you can use their different guides that are available, and they can help you with apartment searching as well as tips that they can give you, how to avoid scams, what the difference is between a lease contract, how to sign a lease, as well as what you need to know to ask your realtor or landlord. So there's a lot of nuances that go into finding a house. I would highly recommend seeing the apartment or house that you're looking into before you sign the lease if you can, because that will help reduce the risk of a scam. And with that, we do have an upcoming webinar with off campus housing this week. So if you want to learn more, I would recommend joining that session. The Center for Spirituality, Dialogue, and Service is another resource available to students across all of the Global Campus Network locations. Their physical locations are in Boston and in Oakland, but they also have virtual opportunities for students where you can meet with spiritual advisors online and in person. And then the office itself provides students with spiritual needs. And so if you are looking to get in touch with spirituality, you're welcome to connect with them and connect with other folks who might be in your same religion, or if you're looking to connect with public services and things like that. They are fully equipped to help you with all of those needs that you may have. And then next is disability access services. So they are dedicated to helping students with any accessibility needs that you may need. So if you have any documented disabilities that are defined by the Americans with Disability Act, they can help you. So feel free to reach out to them directly if you need any support with anything that you may be going through, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or chronic health impairments that may impact your education at Northeastern and in the US. You can definitely get in touch with them directly. And I will add the link to the website in the chat below in 1 second. And then, yeah, did you want to go through any additional resources that I may have forgotten or that may have forgotten?
No, I think we covered everything, everyone. So we just wanted to reiterate that this is just an introduction to all the resources available to you. If you would like to make the best out of your experience here at Northeastern, please feel free to explore the links we've shared in the chat today. Get in touch with the offices, go in person and meet with an advisor or staff there to get more information.
Excellent. And then if you want to connect with us, follow us on Instagram. You'll hear about upcoming events that we have. So follow us at NU_OGS. We also have that YouTube channel as well as Flickr to see any photos from previous events. And then you can always get in touch with us on our website through the inquiry form. And we recommend attending different events to get involved and meet others. And then we have a bunch of upcoming pre-arrival webinars this week. So if you are interested in learning more, we recommend that you join these sessions. So tomorrow we will be hosting the Academic Culture in North America with the Global Learner Support Team at 9 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. On Thursday, we have Living Off Campus as an international student. So they'll go over how to find a house and roommate, etc., on Boston campus as well as at the US Global Campus locations. And that's on Thursday, August 6th at 9 a.m. And then on Friday, August 7th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, we have a presentation with the University Health and Counseling Services, as well as the NU SHIP, which is the Health Plans Office. And they will go over all things health and wellness at Northeastern. And it'll be really useful for any questions you may have about your health insurance, health plan, as well as resources regarding your mental and physical well-being at Northeastern, as well as if you have questions about those immunizations. And then we previously had a pre-arrival webinar on traveling to the US with our Global Safety and Support Office that was held yesterday. And I will share the link to all of the webinars. So if you want to register for any additional webinars or view any recordings that we have from previous webinars, you're welcome to do that as well. But I would recommend attending the sessions live, as they are going to have the most up-to-date information for you. And if you can't make it, all of the presentations will be recorded and posted on the OGS website, so you can view them if it doesn't work for your schedule.